Okay, done, done, done. And now I'm browsing the URL again. Yee. So I could actually get some different results, and if I look at this error message, it clearly says there was a problem accessing the site. Okay, URL pointed out, or URL reported here as sts.nama.com. That's the ADFS URL, and here in the address bar as well, it is the ADFS URL. So what next? I would say there are a few things we can check here. We can check the federation metadata endpoint for the STS. So it's this URL here. That's sts.nama.com:4444 federation metadata 2007-06 federation metadata.xml. Eek, service unavailable. Well, how this can happen? Typically 503 tells me that app pool hasn't been started. But here I just jumped to IAS and looking at the app pools, ADFS app pool is literally started. Okay, so let me check what's going on in the event viewer. Well, no errors in recent history. For ADFS there is an extra log added. The container for applications and service log has ADFS 2.0 in there. Under that we have admin. So what's this talking about? There are a bunch of errors in the ADFS admin container. This error message says event ID 364, and looking at the content, it says error encountered during federation passive request. Okay. Doesn't tell me much. Let me try something else. That's again an ADFS URL, the sign-in page, which I can browse to see how ADFS is behaving outside the CRM application. It's ADFS Alice, and switching to content view. So it's a page in here which is IDP initiated sign-on.aspx. So when I build the full URL, it looks like this. So browsing this sign-in page by ADFS, sign into the site. Okay. So this page is inbuilt into ADFS. When you configure ADFS, you'll find this in place. So here as well, I'm getting the same error message, or kind of similar. Can't say exactly same. I'm not sure what those GUIDs and what this reference number is. Let me check the event viewer once again. Okay, 316. It's pretty close. Again 364. So at this point, not sure what this error message event ID 364 is. So I'll reach out to the internet. let's say event ID 364, tell me what it is. And out of this is the forum. Let me see what we have on TechNet here. Oh, event ID 364, this event can be caused by anything that is incorrect in the passive request. Okay, it can occur during single sign-on or logout for both SAML and WS Federation scenarios. If you're seeing that, okay, it says application pool is stopped. No, it's not. What else? Not sure. There is one more thing about ADFS logging. So in addition to this admin log, what ADFS provides is one more debug tracing. We can enable it from the event viewer by going to view menu and choosing this show analytic and debug logs. So when you choose that, you'll see this little container getting added over here for ADFS 2.0 tracing. I need to right click the debug container in there and say enable log. Okay, let me try to browse the Federation metadata for STS once again. Unavailable. Okay, and try to sign in once again. Okay, going back to my log, there is a bunch of stuff in there. What's this? The request is not valid, cannot get message HTTP query. Protocol warning. Protocol warning seems related to the first one. Same thing. Okay. So it's event ID 67 everywhere. And what we can check for that. Again, I'll reach out to the internet. Yeah, there was that TechNet page which had event IDs listed. Do I see them? Like, okay, do I have 67 in here? Oops, 57. No, 67 is not listed on this page, it seems. Okay, so I'm going to change it like this. Intuition says there is a bunch of unrelated stuff. So I will add something to my search criteria here. It's nothing but this error message in here. In event properties, cannot get protocol message from HTTP query. MSIS 7015. Yeah, MSIS 7015. This can be closed for now. Not much in here. Okay. How about this? There's a bunch of people saying I'm getting this, but what's this? Yes. This one is talking about event ID 67, but it says could be due to incorrect casing. Okay. Yeah, this is the same one we looked at before. So here there is error in event viewer, but searching for it doesn't tell me much. There is a trick which has been helpful for me in general. So what I would do, instead of just browsing in the open state or running state of service, I would clear out the logs and start the service to see if there is anything. Okay, sorry. Disable log, and then I would say clear log. Okay, here also I'm clearing the admin log as well, and I'm going to restart the ADFS service. Okay, stop and start. Next action is to go back to the ADFS container, ADFS 2.0 container under that admin. Okay, service is restarted, and I have a bunch of other stuff in there. There is no 364, there is 67 in tracing, but in admin there is no 364, there is no 67. Here there is 67 for sure, but nothing else, just 67 error message. 67 has a different, event ID 67 has a different error message. This time it says unable to read WinHTTP configuration using direct connection exception, null reference exception. Ooh. Not too bad. Let me check the one which are reported under the admin event log, which is default, not the verbose tracing. Okay, there was an error in enabling endpoints for Federation service. Okay, fix configuration using PowerShell. So these errors were not visible before, but when I started the ADFS service, all these started reporting in here. So let me start looking at the one from the bottom, and the one at the bottom, which is event ID 381, it says An error occurred during attempt to build the certificate chain for the configuration certificate. Identified by the thumbprint. Possible causes that the certificate has been revoked or certificate is not within its validity period. Okay. One more 381. It's the same error message, same text. Last one, which told us that okay, null reference exception, certificate, and under that it's identity model, token, security. Okay, so now I know it's something about the certificates.